What is up, guys? This is For the Love of Insects back at you, excuse me, back at you with a new video on keeping snakes, but not really keeping snakes, but on like taming them basically, getting them to the point where you can handle them without having to worry about them biting you or bolting in random directions. So you might be that person that went outside to their garden one day or on their driveway and found a snake and is like, hey, I want to keep this snake. But when you tried to pick it up, you realized instantly that it did not like you. It tried to bite you, it tried to bolt in a random direction, it musked all over you. So these all happen to me on the daily with this garter snake that I have here. This cage actually used to have my diamondback water snake. But right now I have a garter snake that's in there, just a baby. I say baby. It's not really, it's just a juvenile that's about probably this long. But this is absolutely crazy. This thing bites, it runs in random directions. So I'm going to use this as an example to show you guys how I like to get my snakes used to my presence to the point where I can handle them. So enjoy the video, guys. Alright guys, so here you see I have my garter snake. Actually, it's looking at me right now. So this one, oh, there it goes. This one likes to bolt a lot. It's very afraid of me. So it does bite quite often. So basically, I'm going to show you how I'm going to get this used to my presence first. And then over time, over a few days or even a few weeks, eventually I will be able to handle this. I've actually handled this specific snake before. But it is still absolutely crazy. It still does not like me. So I am just going to open this cage, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my hand in there, kind of get it used to my hands being there, just my presence like near it, so it realizes that I may be scary, but I'm not really a threat. I'm not trying to hurt the snake at all. So yeah, let's get into this, guys. Alright, so I have half of this cage open. I'm going to attempt to stick my hand in there to get it used to me. It's probably going to bite me a few times, or at least try to bite me, but it doesn't really hurt that time or that bad. It's only drawn blood once, and it was barely anything, and it really didn't hurt. It was just like a scratch. So don't be super afraid of the snake. I mean, as long as it's not venomous, you really don't have anything to worry about. So I'm going to lower my hand into, yeah, she's gonna strike. I'm kind of scared right now. I just don't want to get bit. It doesn't even hurt that bad. It's just, all right. So I'm gonna just keep it higher right now because she's going to strike if I really go any lower. So I'm gonna just keep my hand right here, and probably you want to do this for maybe like 5 minutes or so. You can do this like twice a day, maybe. You can always do it a little more, like maybe 3 times a day or a little less. You don't want to stress out the snake though. This constant like fear of you, just happening constantly can stress out the snake, and can cause them not to want to eat or anything else, so they lose the appetite. It can make your snake very unhealthy. So I suggest only doing this like a few times a day and not for super long segments of time. So I'm only going to have my hand in here for about 5 minutes. And slowly over time, I'm going to be able to lower my hand, get it closer to the snake. Eventually, it's not going to run. And at that point, you can pick up the snake. And it's going to try to bolt quite often. But when it gets to that point, eventually it will stop trying to bolt and it will get used to your hands. And it'll usually like wrap around your fingers. It'll kind of get used to you and know that you are no longer a threat. You're not going to hurt it, and you're the one that gives it food. So at that point, you're good to go. But this can take anywhere from like a week to like uh, a few weeks, or even like a month maybe, for this whole process, depending on how stubborn your snake is to learning that you are not a threat. So as you can see, this snake is pretty. It keeps moving. Pretty aware of what's going on around it because it is very afraid of me. But over time, and over a few days to a few weeks, it should become used to me. So This video basically I made for any of you guys who have just caught a new snake, this wild caught. Caught a new snake, this wild caught. But so just so you can get this snake used to you, where you can handle it. And people aren't afraid of it because usually people are afraid of things that can hurt them if they're messing with them. Like me right now, I'm kind of afraid of this biting me, even though it doesn't hurt that bad. I'm actually surprised it hasn't tried to strike me at all. But so yeah, over a matter of time, you want to just get this used to you to the point where you can handle it. So that's kind of my recap. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's really all I have for today. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos too. Add videos on snakes, geckos, insects. So yeah, just check those out, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.